God meeting a person right where they are, before they're doing anything right, and revealing himself to them, coming to them, inviting them into a relationship, inviting them into his family through Jesus Christ. That's the heart, of our ministry. And, we believe that through that kind of love, if God fills you with that kind of love, there's nothing that you wouldn't do for the next person.
Love the person that God puts in front of you. My favorite scripture is in John, and it talks about there's no greater love than to lay your life down for a friend in whatever capacity that is. That's kind of how Ryan and I live our life. We just love without condition. Both of us come from broken homes, backgrounds, drug addiction, and God set us free instantly. It wasn't, through attending a church on a period of time. It was an instant healing of drugs and alcohol, or the urge of that. And when that happened with me, I didn't even understand really what happened, but I knew God meant me. I was strung out on crack cocaine and called out to the Lord and said that if you would take this from me, I'll never do it again. And it was really my heart saying that I would live for you, but I didn't really understand, what that meant. We used to be part of a ministry here in the city, and when we would go out on the streets, and it's where we feel most alive. Probably because that's where Jesus is. He's with the broken.
Jesus said he came for the sick, not the righteous. He says that he's close to the brokenhearted. He says that he was a friend of sinners. So if Jesus were on the earth, most likely he would not be in a church building. He would be on the streets. It's a unique experience that, like Lisa said, we feel the most alive. Not because we're helping people, it's because we're with Jesus.
Yeah. Tuesday, Cherry Lane came out of Ryan and my date night. So that was going to be our date night because we don't have very much time together. And we ended up just bringing a meal down to Cherry Lane and having it with a couple of people that we met from being on the streets. And now here we are, probably, 30 to 40 people a week. I don't see them in their addiction. I don't see them in their homelessness. I don't see the condition of their clothes or any of those things. I see them as a friend. It's really hard for me to watch people that I've become friends with walk outside into the freezing cold, freezing rain and snow and go home to my warm house and climb in my warm bed and leave them here.
They love Jesus so much, and they're so serious about sharing that love and what God has done in their lives, and they never looked back, But they're so good about just meeting people where they are with no other agenda.
We're supposed to love one another, and I think that's what unity is. We're supposed to come alongside each other when someone's struggling, or it's coming alongside your brother or your sister in a time of need, whatever it is. Jesus is the key. He's the one that brings, the love and the unity and everything.
Our church fellowship is on a farm in Wrightsville, which is just very unique. There is a couple that owns the farm, Tom and Sue Bear, and they have amazing hearts. The building that we're in, the outside was constructed, but the inside was all undone. like raw. And then Tom just spent some time in prayer with the Lord, and he felt like the Lord was asking him to offer this building for us.
What you see is what you get. The sincerity of heart, the genuineness of both of them, and the just the heart of Jesus. They both have it, and they both care very deeply about the marginalized people, which is something that we've always cared about. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I never met anybody who presented the gospel the way Ryan and Lisa do, and that's in their humility.
Yeah.
Is continues to draw us.
It is a place that we're hoping that people that would not feel comfortable somewhere else could feel comfortable. And that's what we've seen too, that a lot of people who, after they had a relationship, some kind of a relationship with anyone there, they feel comfortable coming. So it's really the ideal thing to use a building like we have, because it is so different.
What's really cool about Ryan and Lisa in this whole ministry thing is that they really allow God to do the work. Like, it could take years to see something manifest in someone, and they have the patience to watch that. They don't get involved in God's way. They allow God to do his work inside of each and every one of us, but they are beside you the entire way.
Till a person takes their last breath, salvation through Jesus Christ is extended to them. He never goes, oh, well, they're choosing to do whatever, and then pulls it away. We should represent him the same way. So regardless of what a person is choosing has nothing to do with who I am. Like what I do doesn't change who God is. So if a person wants to live as an alcoholic every day, it's not going to change how I treat them, or whether I'm going to give them this much or give them that much. I'm going to give them my best.